still tired even after 8 hours. You checked the clock twice before you got up, and your legs still felt like they were dragging through wet sand before your feet even hit the floor. If that's you, if rest doesn't feel like rest anymore, you're not lazy and you're not broken. There's a biological reason your body refuses to recover, and it's not the one you've been told. Quick note before we get into it, if you want the exact protocol we walk through in every video like this one, the complete cortisol reset system is linked below. It's built for exactly this. Bodies that look fine on paper, but feel like they're running on empty. And if today's video makes something click, hit subscribe now. Every week, we translate one more piece of "why does my body feel like this" into plain biology. So instead of guessing at 10 different theories online, you'll actually understand what's happening inside you. Here's what nobody explains. Cortisol and inflammation aren't two separate problems. They're locked in the same loop, and that loop gets worse the longer it runs. Let's go through what happens hour by hour, then week by week, then year by year, because the last stage is the one almost nobody connects back to stress. Hour 1. A stressful moment hits, cortisol spikes, and it does something useful. It temporarily dampens inflammation, like a fire blanket thrown over a small flame. That's cortisol doing its job. But stretch that stress into weeks, and the fire blanket starts to fail. Your cells, the ones that are supposed to listen when cortisol says calm down, start ignoring it. Scientists call this cortisol resistance. Think of it like a smoke detector that's gone off so many times. Everyone in the house just unplugs it. The alarm's still wired in. Nobody's listening anymore. And once your cells stop listening to cortisol's stand-down signal, inflammation doesn't get suppressed. It runs wild, unsupervised. That's stage 2. Chronic low-grade inflammation, quietly simmering under a completely normal-looking blood panel. Now push it into months, and it compounds again. Inflammation itself triggers more cortisol release, and that extra cortisol creates more resistance, and that resistance allows even more inflammation through. It's not really a spiral. It's a feedback loop that feeds itself, like a dishwasher that keeps refilling before it ever actually drains. And here's the stage almost nobody talks about. After years of this loop running quietly in the background, your exhaustion stops being about energy production at all. It becomes about your immune system fighting a fire that was never actually there anymore, burning fuel, burning focus, burning you, one ordinary Tuesday at a time. That's why you can sleep 8 hours and still wake up like you ran a marathon in your sleep. You're not tired from doing too much. You're tired from your body defending against a threat that stopped existing months ago, and nobody ever told it to stand down. Here's the reframe. This was never a willpower problem, and it's definitely not something more caffeine was ever going to fix. Inflammation, driven by cortisol resistance, doesn't respond to trying harder. It responds to breaking the loop itself, which is exactly the mechanism the cortisol reset protocol was built around, linked below for you right now. If this just explains something your last 5 doctor visits couldn't, that's exactly why this channel exists. We're not here to hand you another supplement trend. We're here to translate what your labs won't say into biology you can actually work with. Subscribe, because next week we're breaking down the exact marker that catches cortisol resistance before it ever becomes full-blown chronic inflammation, and it's a stage most physicians don't even screen for. You made it this far because some part of you already knew this wasn't just tiredness. Now you know why it's happening, and now you can actually do something about it.